Remember, time is money, so get weighed and get going with the Weigh My Truck app. Visit weighmytruck.com to find out more about how this app can revolutionize how you weigh your truck. That's weighmytruck.com. Protect this accuracy with the truck on a Catskill.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, with nowhere to go. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House wasn't there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
How do we know that? How do we know they wasn't pains in the butt?
And love.
Yeah. How do we know? How do we know? That's what they saying now.
So much information, so little time, and so many sources that may not have your best interest in mind. For over 100 years, Fleet Owner has been your #1 source of reliable industry news. Whether you need the most up-to-date news from our daily Newsline newsletter, the latest on EVs and the changing alternative fuel landscape from our emissions and efficiency newsletter, or you're looking for Class 1 through 6 info from our HD Pickup and Van newsletter, you've come to the right place. Fleet Owners newsletters are crafted by industry experts and award-winning editors with you in mind. We are dedicated to bringing you the right news and information at the right time. Combine those newsletters with our print publication, and you have a combination that cannot be beat. Sign up today for the newsletter or newsletters that fit your needs at fleetowner.com. For industry news and trends, that is fleetowner.com. That's fleetowner.com.
The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund is excited to offer a 12-week comprehensive health and wellness program for all Class A over-the-road truck drivers. Health Habits for the Long Haul is a free interactive program focusing on nutrition, hydration, movement, stress, and more. Drivers have free access to a health coach to develop healthy habits. Visit truckersfund.org under the Health and Wellness tab to register today. Truckersfund.org.
Did you know that June is Men's Health Month?
Ladies, now is the time to encourage the men and boys in your life to make that doctor's appointment you've been putting off, or talk to the doctor about the symptoms you've been having. We're outliving men by 5 years. Let's change that by raising awareness this month on preventable health problems, early detection, and treatment of diseases that impact men and boys.
Men, it's time to talk to the younger generation and encourage healthy lifestyles. Exercise more, drink more water, and cut down on junk food. Let's set an example for our kids that will not only affect their lives, but the lives of their children. June is the perfect time to schedule your annual checkup and make those healthy lifestyle changes.
This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris. For more information, visit our website, www.alabamapublichealth.gov.
Hi, I'm Dr. Anita Chandra with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. As a parent, you are your child's first teacher. Like all students, kids will make mistakes. Your goal is to encourage the behavior you want to see, set clear expectations, reward good behavior, and withdraw privileges when needed. What doesn't work is spanking. It only increases the risk your child will be aggressive. For more strategies on child behavior, talk with your pediatrician or visit healthychildren.org.
Find out smart about mortgages, smart about college. When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org, a free online resource from the nonprofit National Endowment for Financial Education. Smartaboutmoney.org, the easy place to start when you want to get smart.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial. Ben Shapiro. The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
If you like listening to Red Eye on Demand, we have more of Eric Harley and guests for you. Download RER's Extra Mile podcast. More topics and issues discussed.
Eric Harvey for Valley Chrome Plating. Drivers, are you looking to outshine everyone rolling down the road? Look no further than Valley Chrome Plating, your one-stop shop for premium chrome and stainless bumpers, plus a huge inventory of stainless accessories for all makes and models. Valley Chrome will always outshine and outlast the competition. Their products are made with the highest manufacturing standards, made right here in the USA. Family owned and operated, Valley Chrome Plating has been putting the shine on America since 1961. Check out valleychrome.com today. Valleychrome.com.
Are freezing temps putting the brakes on your diesel engine? For unbeatable protection against diesel fuel gelling, trust the experts at House Products. Stock up on House Diesel Treat, the nation's most trusted anti-gel. And to be safe from the harshest winter conditions, make sure you have House Diesel Lifeline on hand, the fastest acting gelling rescue product. Available nationwide, House products are designed to keep you rolling through the toughest conditions. House, tested, trusted, guaranteed. Visit houseproducts.com.
Retired or retiring soon? How much money do you need to live comfortably? Retirement Planners of America is here for you. Would you like to have financial peace of mind? Here's how. Step 1. Find out the amount of money you'll need to retire. Step 2. Have a plan to get there.
Are devoted to trucking safety. That's why we are proud to bring you the Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club. We've been saluting drivers who have surpassed the million-mile mark with preventable, accident-free driving. By reaching this milestone, you can be a part of an elite club of drivers who share remarkable safety records and demonstrate superior driving skills. If you or someone you know is a truck driver with 1 million miles or more of driving under your belt without a preventable accident, register online at redeyeradioshow.com. That's redeyeradioshow.com. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club would not be possible without the generous support of the fine folks from Petros.
There's a political divide in the House on impeaching Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas over the way he's handled the crisis at the southern border. The GOP's Mark Green.
Secretary Mayorkas has disregarded court orders, laws passed by the United States Congress, and has lied to the American people.
Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries.
House Republicans have produced no evidence that Secretary Mayorkas has broken the law.
The Homeland Security Committee has today. Police in California are continuing their investigation into the murders of 6 men whose bodies were scattered across the Mojave Desert. 5 suspects have been arrested. San Bernardino County Sheriff Sergeant Michael Warwick.
There are certain things at the scene that show a level of violence that obviously raises some interesting questions for us. But at this point in the investigation, we can't comment on if we believe this is cartel related or not.
He says all 6 victims were shot. 4 of them were also burned. They're snowed in Alaska. They've already gotten more than 8 feet, and it's not even February yet. Paul Van Landingham is in charge of street maintenance in Anchorage.
Lots of snow, but light and fluffy. It's moving pretty good. The guys and gals are being able to plow through it at a pretty good pace. Now it's just slow and steady, and we'll get this thing done.
It's the fastest they've reached the 100-inch snow mark in the city's history. It's okay to search social media again for Taylor Swift. X has lifted its ban on searches for the pop star after blocking them for several days when explicit digitally altered pictures began to spread on the platform. The spokesman says they'll keep an eye out for new attempts to post offending content and remove them if they find them. S&P futures down 2. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Protect your home and auto. Save when you bundle. Get a quote at progressive.com. That's progressive.com.
When it comes to my lifestyle and diet, I don't always make the smartest choices. Touchdown! Woo! Hey, how about another round and some more chips? But when it comes to taking care of my liver, I do make one very smart choice. Active liver tablets from New Nordic. I used to have real issues with my liver, and at my last checkup, my doc was concerned about my numbers. But since adding a once-a-day active liver tablet, my gut's better, I feel great, and my doctor's happy. I ask a lot of my liver, so the least I can do to say thanks is a daily dose of active liver.
You ask a lot of your liver, so give it the support it needs with Active Liver. You can find Active Liver at Amazon.com, or for a volume discount, visit NewNordicUSA.com. Go to new, NORDICUSA.com, Amazon, or ask for Active Liver at your local CVS. New year, new you, New Nordic.
You'll be getting new ways to express yourself when you text.
118 new emojis will soon be added for iPhone users as part of the new iOS 17.4 coming this spring. You'll get a phoenix, brown mushroom, line, and a broken chain, along with some new variations of emojis that already exist, like with different skin tones or emoji that face a different direction, including people walking, running, kneeling, using wheelchairs and canes. There are also 4 new gender-neutral family group emojis. Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
If you're a slacker,
Slash and summarize it, like this.
there may be no rest for the weary. A study in the Journal of Applied Psychology finds Slack users have a more difficult time unplugging from work, messages, and emails after hours. What's worse, researchers say, the more employees unplug, the more shame they feel at the office the next morning. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Did you know that 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February? Did you know there's a good chance it's just hormones? Hi, I'm Evan Bass, founder of One Number Men's Health. The start this place to take care of men. Your testosterone is low, your motivation, energy, and drive often follow suit. Keeping resolutions can feel like walking a long walk. Even emotional at the age is get worse in one year. Guys, you're not alone. Your urologist led support team at One Number Men's Health has your back. For years, it's better than anything. Guys, it's time to feel amazing and crush this new year. Call my team right now and let us treat you to an unforgettable experience. Dial 334-440-3663 or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Camp Valentine's Q. Be there Valentine, February 10th from 10 to 2 for their 4th annual Must Be Loved Party. Join over 20 vendors and adoptable couples from multiple area humane societies, food trucks, raffles, and more. Don't miss this free family event.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
Chinese, the Russians, both fear
on News Radio 1440.
And here we go.
Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Here we go.
Tuesday is on the
the way. Temperatures will get up to about 63 under mainly sunny skies. The wind will be light. Tonight we're down to 41, so not as cold. There's a very slight chance of a passing sprinkle with a cold front, but that's about it. Some clouds could be with us to start tomorrow morning, but then it's mostly sunny, a little breezy tomorrow and cooler, around 56, 59, more clouds Thursday. Then we've got 60s Friday and Saturday. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Fog in the low-lying areas, but a little frost on the pumpkin, too, so you may need to send one of the kids out to crank the car before you head out this morning. Use caution, leave early, drive slower, but as far as accidents go right now, we're looking good. No problems on the interstate. McKinnon Toyota has a great selection of Toyota Camrys, #1 selling car in America, and Toyota Corollas, #1 selling car in the world. You'll be grinning with McKinnon, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams, WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Tuesday. New surveillance video shows a weekend fire in Montgomery may have been arson. At least 4 businesses were destroyed on Norman Bridge Road. The ring camera video shows 2 people pouring gasoline on the buildings, including 7th Street Barber Shop. Montgomery Fire and Rescue have not released an official cause of the fire, and so far, no arrests have been made. Today, Montgomery Mayor Stephen Reed will deliver his State of the City address at the Cranston Bowl Multiplex. The speech is set to start around 6 p.m., and the public is encouraged to attend. If you can attend, WSFA 12 News will stream the speech live on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. The Alabama Law Enforcement Agency issued a missing child alert yesterday for 16-year-old Michael Cole Jr. Last seen Thursday night around 8:30 in Montgomery in the area of South Mott Drive. If you have any information on the case, arrests on Crime Stoppers, I'm Jasmine Williams with your morning headlines.
Chico's Auto Pros know all about top quality auto repair. Chico's knows brakes. Chico's knows tires. Chico's knows belts and hoses. Chico's knows alignments. Chico's knows oil changes and check engine lights. Chico's knows electrical systems. Chico's knows glass repair and steering and suspension. And Chico's knows roadside assistance. For all things auto repair in the River region, Chico's knows.
Chico's Auto Pros. Better price, better experience, guaranteed.
I'm John Williams with Mortgage Corporation of the South, also known as MCS. Nearly 30 years ago, I opened the company in a small one-room office in downtown Wetumpka, Alabama. I was on a mission to make home equity and debt consolidation loans available to homeowners regardless of their credit rating. In the beginning, I remember wondering, how in the world would we reach the people that needed our services? Well, I took a chance on radio advertising, and the rest is now history. Through the years, we've helped thousands of Alabama homeowners with mortgages, home equity, and debt consolidation loans. Today, MCS is practically a household name across the entire state. In order to succeed, you've got to reach the people who need your services the most. That's a fact, and radio works. If you'd like to grow your business, log on to newsradio1440.com and click on Grow Your Business. That's newsradio1440.com and click on Grow Your Business. Take it from me, radio works.
That's true. Well, thank you there, John.
We have just taken inventory and marked many items at cost or below.
It's your chance to save on many scratched, dented, and one-of-a-kind items.
Odd dining chairs from $50. Reclining chairs from $300. Desks from $369. Mirrors $50. Benches from $215. Headboards from $100.
We don't have time to list them all here, so go to our Facebook page
or website to see many more.
Like we've been saying for almost 30 years.
You don't pay to save money, so don't settle for fake wood.
Shop Amish Direct at American Oak and More.
What is Amish Direct?
Amish
shops in Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania.
By having these partnerships directly with these Amish families, we can offer custom-made items, heirloom quality, up to 70% off retail prices.
Outdoor furniture that is guaranteed to last for decades with little or no maintenance.
Bedroom suites, table and chairs, occasional tables, and much more.
Come see the Lake Martin epoxy table.
Amish Direct at American Oak and More.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Here we go. Go, go, go.
Sometimes you need to reset. Refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins. Sometimes you need to reset. Refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and the sun does not I will be here.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine, if you can. It is one more day, one more, that you're on top of the ground and the ground's not on top of you. It's time to rise and shine. One more time. It is January the 30th, 2023. Well, 2024, actually. It is time for our daily bread. A word from on high, something that will change your perspective or give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. And again, good morning. It is January the 30th, 2024 AD. It is a day like all the other days that has never been. And it is a day like all the other days that will never, ever come again. You don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should do today that you do not. And you don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do with this day, January the 30th, 2024, if tomorrow should be, hopefully, you'll be proud of what you have done on this day. If you have lived a while, you've seen, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given grace, mercy, and charity of God, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day, January the 30th, 2024, that is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with it? Well, whatever you do what you can, while you can, for whom you can, for as long as you can. Always reach back and give somebody else a helping hand. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. I say if that is the standard by which you live your life, you'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say give out if you must, rest only if you can, but you never quit. Never, ever give up. Nelson Mandela said, I never lose. I either win or I learn. I think that's a good place to be. And no matter what happens to you this day, remember this day, like all the other days, it is still a great day to be alive. Good morning to you. Jesus is our King. That's our daily bread for this day. Our scripture insight, Isaiah 32, 1 through 8. We will return, hopefully.
Hi there, and welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading, titled Jesus Our King, was written by Karen Pimpo. While drilling for oil in one of the sunniest and driest countries in the world, teams were shocked to uncover a huge underground system of water. So in 1983, the great man-made river project was begun, placing a system of pipes to carry the high-quality fresh water to cities where it was sorely needed. A plaque near the project's inception states, "From here flows the artery of life." The prophet Isaiah used the image of water in a desert to describe a future righteous king in Isaiah 32. As kings and rulers reigned with justice and righteousness, they would be like streams of water in the desert and the shadow of a great rock in a thirsty land. Some rulers choose to take instead of give. The mark of a God-honoring leader, however, is someone who brings shelter, refuge, refreshment, and protection. Isaiah said that the fruit of God's righteousness will be peace for his people, and its effect will be quietness and confidence forever. Isaiah's words of hope would later find fullness of meaning in Jesus, who himself will come down from heaven, and so we will be with the Lord forever. The great man-made river is just that, made by human hands. Someday, that water reservoir will be depleted, but our righteous King brings refreshment and water of life that will never run dry. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Isaiah chapter 32, verses 1 through 8. See, a king will reign in righteousness, and rulers will rule with justice. Each one will be like a shelter from the wind and a refuge from the storm, like streams of water in the desert and the shadow of a great rock in a thirsty land. Then the eyes of those who see will no longer be closed, and the ears of those who hear will listen. The fearful heart will know and understand, and the stammering tongue will be fluent and clear. No longer will the fool be called noble, nor the scoundrel be highly respected. For fools speak folly, their hearts are bent on evil. They practice ungodliness and spread error concerning the Lord. The hungry they leave empty, and from the thirsty they withhold water. Scoundrels use wicked methods. They make up evil schemes to destroy the poor with lies, even when the plea of the needy is just. But the noble make noble plans, and by noble deeds they stand. Let's pray. Jesus, thank you for bringing us peace through your perfectly righteous rule. It's in Jesus' name that we pray. Amen. Thanks for listening today. My name is Tony Collier, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
All right, it's time to rise and shine. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Okay, no PT today. No PT. We only 3 days a week for that. But we got to have the general wake us up. So here you go.
Every day, we run
to the sun. No sweat, not yet. Down in the mess hall on my knees. We got nothing to eat but a can of beans. Not really, not really. The bread was moldy and the meat was bad. Okay, that's not really true either. You know darn well that you can't eat that.
You know darn well that you can't eat that.
Although there was some I wanted to give moldy bread. Gotta be rough and tough. Airborne. All the way. When I was young, always wanted to be in the 82nd Airborne, easing the breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight. It ain't for everybody.
Airborne, airborne, all the way, driving on, driving on.
All the way, airborne, airborne, all the way, driving on, driving on.
Early one morning in the drizzling rain.
Well, I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane. Jump master said 1 minute to go. Green light lead with a cheering glow. All the way, airborne, airborne. All the way, and then some. Come on now. All the way, airborne, airborne, all the way, driving on, driving on, driving on.
Here we go.
Here we go.
All the way.
All the way.
Gotta
be rough and tough. Airborne. All the way. All right then. Now it's time to rise and shine as we pay homage to all of our armed forces of the United States of America. And of course, it is my sad duty today to pay homage to 3 young people who died while on duty the other day. We'll get to that in a little bit. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. Time to get up. Let's get it rolling. And remember, somebody, as we have an example the other day, somebody's child, somebody's brother, somebody's sister, somebody's aunt, somebody's uncle, somebody's mom, somebody's dad is sitting on the fence somewhere in the world saying, not on my watch, because we asked them to go there. We asked them through our representatives, through our senators, through our congressmen, through our presidents. It is not a soldier's job to ask why. We just go. We pay homage to those soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines this morning who gave the final sacrifice a couple days ago. We'll be back.
We're always ready for the call. Big thanks and trust in me. Through howling gale and shock and shell to win our victory. Senders were mountains of high. Our prayers are motto too. We're always ready to walk that high coast as we fight fire. On we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high to the sky. Here they go to lead our thunder, and fight in the night. And we die, starting a flame from yonder, on with one terrible roar. We live in vain. Nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force. From the halls of Mount Tezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we will find our country's banners in the air, on land and sea. Let's fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor free. We are proud to make the title of United States
Your WSFA First Alert weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
A beautiful Tuesday is on the way. Temperatures will get up to about 63 under mainly sunny skies. The wind will be light. Tonight we're down to 41, so not as cold. There's a very slight chance of a passing sprinkle with a cold front, but that's about it. Some clouds could be with us to start tomorrow morning, but then it's mostly sunny, a little breezy tomorrow and cooler, around 56, 59, more clouds Thursday. Then we've got 60s Friday and Saturday.
That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Fog in the low-lying areas, but a little frost on the pumpkin, too, so you may need to send one of the kids out to crank the car before you head out this morning. Use caution, leave early, drive slower, but as far as accidents go right now, we're looking good. No problems on the interstates. McKinnon Toyota has a great selection of Toyota Camrys, #1 selling car in America, and Toyota Corollas, #1 selling car in the world. You'll be grinning with McKinnon, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Buckle up, Apex Legends fans, because the Apex Legends Global Series Pro League is back. 120 teams from around the world will be trying to clinch 40 playoff spots. While TSM appears poised to knock on the door of a repeat championship, expectations are also high for Optic Gaming and Moist Esports. Year 4 of the ALGS should prove to be an exciting one. Who do you hope takes the crown?
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Are you being audited or investigated? Has the IRS sent you a letter demanding payment? You may not owe what they claim. Make this free call to the tax doctor now. Let them negotiate with the IRS on your behalf. Call 800-631-9123, 800-631-9123. That's 800-631-9123.
A massive data leak, being called the mother of all breaches, has been announced. Billions upon billions of records with sensitive data from previous breaches, newly stolen data, and privately sold databases have been exposed. Cybercriminals can use this information to commit identity theft. Help protect yourself and join the millions who trust LifeLock. LifeLock detects identity threats and alerts you if your information is being used. If you become a victim, LifeLock will work to fix it. Save up to 25% your first year with promo code NEWS at lifelock.com.
EasyCater presents We've Got Your Back, Upsingers.
So I order food on EasyCater for a meeting with a new client in Jackson. On my way to the airport, it hits me. The client is actually in Jacksonville. So I call EasyCater. Nina picks up right away. She called me right back and said, you're all set.
Jackson? EasyCater has your back with 24/7 support. Order at easycater.com and go.
We got your back. Is your old ride making you sick? Matt Parsley here from Budget Car and Truck Sales. I'm the doctor of savings because I've got the cure for the common car. It's Budget Car and Truck Sales Double event. Right now through Monday, you can double your down payment, cash or trade, up to $4,000.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shelley Place with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. Food additives can harm children's development and raise the risk of obesity. To lower the risks, choose fresh fruits and vegetables when you can and avoid processed meats. Don't put plastic in the microwave because heat can cause chemicals to leak into your food. When cooking or serving hot foods, use glass or ceramic dishes. For more on keeping your child healthy, talk with your pediatrician or visit healthychildren.org.
Hi, I'm Dr. Anita Chandra with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. As a parent, it can be scary to hand the car keys to your teenager. To help your teen stay safe, be a good role model and follow traffic laws yourself. Set rules for your teen, including wearing a seatbelt, driving only during the day, and with limited distractions, including from their passengers. Finally, make sure your teen knows it is never okay to text and drive. For a sample driving agreement for teens, visit healthychildren.org.
You see miracles all the time at our children's hospital, but miracles never come easy. That's why, as great as children's hospitals are, they need our support to keep miracles happening. Put your money where the miracles are. Support your Children's Miracle Network Hospital.
Don't miss Sean Hannity. Biden incoherently adheres live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
And good morning, everybody. Hope that they find you well. Again, my sad duty, which honors me to pay homage to those young men and women, and there was three of them the other day, who died in harm's way. And we do that. I know it's tough, the military on the radio, person on talk radio, but hey, it's my responsibility to make sure, at least the best I can, that we memorialize the young men and women, and they're all from Georgia, as a matter of fact, all from Georgia, with an average age of 24 years old. It's an average age. Three of them, though. So anyway, so let us pay homage to those young men and women who go as they're asked to go, where they're asked to go. It is never good to hear this first thing in the morning, but at least it lets you know that there's still some young folks out there willing to go in harm's way to protect what we call our way of life. Presidents come and presidents go, and congressmen come and congressmen go, but the soldier is the one that makes it possible. But now, just to give you the names of those three individuals, and then we'll continue on with today's show. All of these young men and women are from Georgia. They were killed the other day on a drone strike. But we pay honor to them this morning. Sergeant William Jerome Rivers, 46. Specialist Kennedy Landon Sanders, 24. And Specialist Brianna Alexandria Moffitt. Not that it matters, but they all were African Americans who gave the last measure of sacrifice. One more time. Sergeant William Jerome Rivers, 46. Specialist Kennedy Landon Sanders, 24. And Specialist Brianna Alexandria Moffett, killed in the line of duty. Freedom is not free. Somebody pays. Ronald Reagan once asked at a Memorial Day function, where do we find such young men and women? We find them in Montgomery, find them in Alabama, we find them in Georgia, Mississippi, Tennessee, Indiana, Washington, and your next door neighbor. May God have mercy on their souls, and hopefully their family sacrifice did not go in vain. Airborne. And we are back. Good morning, everybody. Hope that they find you well. I have to do that. I have to. These young folks. Funny thing about it, when you're young and you're in that age group, you don't realize how young you are. But it isn't until you get a little time on your side that you realize it really is young. It is the young that pay for the old, which is not good sometimes. Anyway, good morning to you. It is 6:39 in the morning. It is time to go for lessons of life and the word of the day. Okay. Now the word of the day is spelled D-O-C-I-L-E. D-O-C-I-L-E. And it is pronounced docile. Now most of us, I've always wondered what the word means. I had an idea, but yeah, I was half right, not all the way right. Okay. So what does the word docile mean? It is used to describe those who are easily taught, led, or managed. Now, sometimes that's good. That's good when we manage in something. We want people to follow our lead and do the things we ask them to do. The problem is though, sometimes your lead is leading us in the wrong direction. So I don't mind being docile every once in a while. But if I got a question, I'm gonna ask the question. You know what I'm saying? I asked Miss Berner a question one day. She's the head of Cumulus, and everybody in the room went quiet. What y'all? Because I do ask strange questions. At the moment, they seem strange. I mean, but I asked the big boss. I mean, the big boss, a question that well, they kind of looked at me like I was crazy, but I wanted to answer. But anyway, so much of that. So that's what docile means. D-O-C-I-L-E is used to describe those who are easily taught, led, or managed. Okay, let me use it in a sentence. Though the professor feared a rowdy incoming class, he found that his new students were docile and eager to learn. The word of the day is docile. Be willing and eager to learn. All right? Or whatever it is you want to do. Now, what is the lesson of life today? Well, it has something to do with what I just told you. Lessons of life are the things you learn by living. You don't get them any other way. You got in the military, we call it time in service, time in grade. Well, this is TIL, time in life. You learn, sir. You cannot live without learning something each and every day. It is your task to pay attention to the lessons. But today's lesson of life is this. Sometimes it is not the answer that bothers us. It is who will ask the question. I volunteer. I will. I'll ask it. Okay. Sometimes it is not the answer that bothers us. It is who will ask the question. Govern yourselves accordingly this morning. It is January the 30th. It's the 30th day of 2024. On this day in 1948, the Indian political spiritual leader, Ms. Gandhi, 78 years old, was shot and killed in New Delhi by Naturam Gandhi, that or something close to it, and Hindu extremists. We got this word about extremists that we like to use these days. That's where that came from. But okay. All right, there. 1649, England's King Charles I was executed for high treason. I'd like to see that trial. 1933, Adolf Hitler became Chancellor of Germany, and the rest changed the world. The first episode of The Lone Ranger, which I still watch today, radio program was broadcast on station WXYZ in Detroit. In 1945, during the Second World War, the Soviet submarine torpedoed the German ship MV Wilhelm Gustloff in the Baltic Sea at a loss of life of 9,000 lives. Most of them war refugees. Roughly 1,000 people survived. Adolf Hitler marked the 12th anniversary of his appointment as German Chancellor with his last public speech, for which he called Germans to keep resisting until victory. 1948, aviation pioneer Orville Wright, 76, died in Dayton, Ohio. It was on this day in 1962 that two members of the Flying Waldens High Wire Act were killed when their 7-person pyramid collapsed during a performance at the State Fair in Coliseum, Detroit. In 1968, the Tet Offensive became during Vietnam War as communist forces launched surprise attacks against South Vietnamese towns and cities. Although the communists were beaten back, the offensive was seen as a major setback for the U.S. and its allies. 1969 was the year the Beatles staged an impromptu concert atop Apple headquarters in London. It was the group's last public performance. 1972, 13 Roman Catholic civil rights marchers were shot to death by British soldiers in Northern Ireland on what became known as Bloody Sunday. Number 2. 1973, on this day, the rock group Kiss performed its first show at a club in Queens, New York. I didn't like the music, but they were there. It was a special group. 1981, an estimated 2 million New Yorkers turned out for the ticker tape parade honoring the American hostages freed from Iran. 1993 was the year Los Angeles inaugurated the Metro Red Line, the city's first modern subway. In 2006, Coretta Scott King, widow of Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., died on Rosario Beach, Mexico, at the age of 78. And it was 15 years ago that Michael Steele was elected the first black chairman of the Republican National Committee. And they said he was taking money. President Barack Obama signed a series of executive orders, and he said should level the playing field when they find the whatever his name is, Ledbetter. He signed that thing. Whatever. Women always whine about getting paid. 10 years ago, an appeals court in Florence, Italy, reinstated a guilty verdict of a U.S. student, Amanda Knox, and her ex-boyfriend for the 2007 murder of her British roommate, Meredith Kircher. Knox was exonerated by the Italian Supreme Court in 2015. Federal prosecutors announced they would seek the death penalty for some guy from Russia who knows since I can't pronounce his name, Tarnev. That's close to it. In the Boston Marathon bombing, he was convicted and sentenced to death. His attorneys, of course, have appealed, long appeals. And it was 6 years ago. In his State of the Union address, President Donald Trump called on Congress to make good a long-standing promises to fix a fractured immigration system and issue ominous warnings about deadly gangs, the scourge of drugs, and violent immigrants living in the country illegally. The speech also included calls for optimism among growing economies. In the Democratic response, Massachusetts Representative Joe Kennedy III said soaring stock price had boosted the investor portfolios and corporate profits, but not eased the anxieties of middle-class families. Well, let me tell you something there, Mr. Kennedy. We still got the same problem with your boy in the White House now. So, yeah, I'm just saying, so that wasn't a very good thing. What are we celebrating today? Well, we are celebrating Martyrs' Day. Light a candle and say a prayer as we honor the legacy of Mahatma Gandhi. National Draw a Dinosaur Day. I don't believe in dinosaurs. I don't think they was here. I think they made it all up so they can make movies. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. National Escape Day. Get out and do something. Whatever you feel like that you enjoy, get out and do something. Okay? Now, National Maxwell Day. If you know somebody named Maxwell, it's not Maxwell Air Force Base, but I'm pretty sure it was named after somebody. Let's say hi to him today, okay? National Plan for Vacation Day. So get ready for the upcoming vacation time in the summer and start making those plans right now. That way you save some money. Yeah, get your envelope, like Dave Ramsey says, get your envelopes together, save a little money in the envelope. Okay, put it in the bank though, just in case your son, like mine, you might want to borrow your money. So just put it in the bank. Go to the bank and set a savings account for your vacation. And you got a few months to get the money together, okay? How about this one? School Day of Nonviolence and Peace. That sounds like armies, doesn't it? We're talking about schools. All right then. Yodel for your neighbor's day. Take a stroll through your neighborhood and yodel along with your neighbors. I don't really know what yodel is, except they do that stuff over like the Alps. Yodel, yodel, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what they be saying, but that's what they be doing. Okay, I don't know what it means. Also, got a guest coming up next hour. We got Mr. Hampton Harris, who's going to join us on the phone, who's running for Congress in District Number 2. He'll be here tomorrow. I got to make a call just to make sure. I'm going to give you my secret guest for tomorrow. I'm going to let you know who that's going to be here. So we'll talk about that later. But Mr. Hampton Harris, he'll join us. He's running as a Republican, and that election is on March. Well, the primary election is on March the 5th, a few weeks from now. Okay, so you might want to listen. Looks kind of young though. Had to talk to him. He's a Safford University Cumberland School of Law grad. He was born right here in Montgomery, Alabama. Okay, he's a real estate brokerage firm owner. Okay, so I guess that's good. So we'll talk to him and see what he thinks he thinks he's going to do. Okay, but he's running as a Republican, which is good. But I got to tell you, I like some of the guys running as Democrats. I mean, I really do. I like a couple of them. And they got a Marine running 30 years, Chief Warrant Officer 5, high as you can go as a warrant officer rank in the military. So I kind of like him. Now I talked to him a little bit here. He had some good things to say, but saying and playing is two different things. You know what I'm saying? But we'll talk to some of these guys. Now, most of them are scared to come up here because they're ready to go places where, I've been trying to get Mr. Daniels' number forever, and people keep cutting me off at the pass, so it's hard to get his number. So I'm going to get him up, see if I can get him up here to talk about it. All these useless promises, like we got, like I was on the county commissioner yesterday, Chairman. Y'all tell us all this stuff for years and years and years and years, and then you add some years on top of that, don't nothing get done for us. I'm just saying, we need to have some tough questions asked and some answers. And the answers don't have to be tough. It don't even have to be the right answer. But at least tell me what's in your heart, man. Okay. And did you guys know? Okay, I just want to let you. Does anybody out there know how many members of the House of Representatives we actually have? I know I'm brilliant and I know these things, but anybody know? Anybody know how many members? Okay. Well, when you figure that out and you find out the percentage that you make up in the House of Representatives, you can only look back and say, how are you going to do anything? And that is one of the questions that I'm going to ask people, because you make up 0.03% of the members in the House of Representatives. 0.03% of the House of Representatives. So how can you guys, now I want to hear a plan. How can you guys, pray tell, gonna get in a job where you are so insignificant, percentage-wise, so insignificant? I want to hear how a 0.03 percentage member of the House of Representatives, what they are going to do. Now that is an interesting question. How are you going to make a difference at 0.03 percentage of the House of Representatives? The House of Representatives has 435 members. Your number 435. Okay. If you do a little math, you'll find out that it's 0.03% of the House of Representatives is what you represent. so it's going to be interesting to see, how do you overcome those odds to make a difference? There is a way, but how do you overcome those odds of insignificance to become significant? That is the question that everybody needs to ask everybody that is running for office. You make up 0 point something percent. How are you going to make a difference? There's an answer to the question. Hey, who's this? Yes. Yes. You could. But you could. Yes. Right. But you don't need to change all of them. Right. But you don't need to change all of their minds. That's true. That's true. But I like to tell the two cities, I'm a part of the whole. And anything that diminishes anybody diminishes me. So we are representing our districts, but we are still part of the whole. Hey, wasn't that good though? Wait a minute. Wasn't that good? Wasn't that good? That's all you can do. But we don't make laws in America. We don't make laws in America that only apply to a district. Really? Which one is that? Not in Washington, D.C. I'm talking about the national level. They make laws that affect all of us. Right, but that was a local issue. Right. The tax, the commuter tax. Right. That's right. They did, and I keep asking. Although now that they're taxing the hell out of us, I'm kind of glad they said no. Yeah. Boy, wouldn't it be nice to be able to change somebody's mind? Yeah. Plenty of them, and we only count the ones that are wounded. We only count the ones that died. We don't count the ones. Well, I remember what I told you. My problem wasn't necessarily law and people getting guns. My problem was people who had never held a gun in their whole life. Now they have the access to go get one, and we'll see how they use it. That's right. And I think we got some of that going on. Okay. I hear what you're saying, but it is used to shoot people. I'm just saying. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And we got. Well, that's true. Hey, let me grab one more. Call me back later. We'll talk. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. You got about less than a minute. Mm-hmm. Let me see. But they keep telling us that, which is true. Now we got some folks who don't believe in God. But that would be their problem. That'd be the anyway. It's 6:58 morning, so we get ready to get out of here and do some other things. There's my son right there. All right, so we'll be back. Uno momento. Now, my guest is going to join us via the telephone, Mr. Hampton Harris, who is running for District Number 2, the Congressional District Number 2. We're bringing it now. From the second field. Of course it is. Also heard on 95.1 FM in Montgomery, a Cumulus media station. This is the CBS News World News Roundup, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. We begin with the big question for President Biden today: how to retaliate after the drone attack on base in Jordan that killed 3 U.S. Army reservists. Republican Congressman Byron Donalds tells CBS News he favors a serious response.
It is never our desire to wage war. If you bring it to our door, we're not going to push it.
Correspondent
President's balancing several different factors as we wait for the decision from him. One, potentially giving strong position to target military forces across the world again. Another factor he has to consider, military response right here.
Hamas is considering a proposal agreed to by the U.S., Israel, Qatar, and Egypt for a 6-week pause in the war in Gaza. Correspondent Deborah Penta reports from Tel Aviv.
That includes an extended
The Illinois election board is set to consider whether to keep Governor Kemp on the state after a recommendation was made this week. The Constitution insurrection provision. No matter what, agreement with U.S. Supreme Court. LA and scattering their bodies across the Mojave Desert.
As far as the motives, we are confident that this appears to be a of marijuana, which resulted in the murder.
Attorney General Merrick Garland will undergo back surgery this weekend. And Main Street deputy correspondent County informant. Garland will be under general anesthesia during the procedure, which will be completed in an hour and a half. The newspaper is Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin returned to work at the Pentagon after a month-long absence. The man was criticized for not informing the White House early this decade to get cancer research. Ukraine posted massive my hope is that we will come to the conversation for the community and recognize that this stuff, complicated as it is not the art. This is CBS News.
So Riley Auto Parts for all your car care needs. With the parking service you need from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. The new year is the perfect time to make some positive changes for your body and your health. If you've been enjoying a little too much food, too many sweets, and too much liquid cheer over the holidays, then you probably put a lot of stress on your liver. A great way to show your liver some love and to detox your system is simply adding Active Liver to your daily routine. Active Liver is one of many award-winning natural health products from New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Scandinavia. Available as a tablet or delicious gummy, Active Liver is an easy and effective way to keep your liver healthy and functioning properly all year long. You ask a lot of your liver, so give it the support it needs with Active Liver. You can find Active Liver at Amazon.com, or for a volume discount, visit NewNordicUSA.com. Go to new, NORDICUSA.com, Amazon, or ask for Active Liver at your local CVS. New year, new you, New Nordic.
Super Bowl tickets are making history.
If you want to see the big game in person in 2 weeks, along with the halftime show from Usher, the average price right now is $12,082.
That must be great.
SeatGeek, the ticket resale website. Of the current listings on the site, the cheapest ticket is $9,858. The average Super Bowl ticket price about 2 weeks ahead of the game is up 36% from the same time period last year, and SeatGeek believes the location, Vegas, is part of the draw. On Ticketmaster, the best seat there is going for $47,000. Matt Piper, CBS News.
Elton John and Bernie Taupin have just been named this year.
I would not pay $12,000 to see nobody. Nobody. Not when we got TV. Y'all got people.
7 days creating songs together ever since. It's an incredible
Who's gonna pay? Man, you got that kind of money to donate something to
CBS
Would you pay $12,000 to watch a football game? If you do, we need to bring back mental health stuff. If you're a millionaire, you don't have nothing to do that day. Hey. You know, the average ticket for the Super Bowl is $9,000.
The average?
Average. Would you pay that kind of money? Please. I can watch it on TV.
In the comfort of my home, your life.
The highest ticket is being for $47,000 to watch a game.
Yeah.
Those are fools or people with too much money. Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay, so we find new, you're legal, but we find some new.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
There we go.
See?
It's from like, when I was it's already
Yeah, it don't happen too often. What we do?
Automotive. We're on. On News Radio 1440. Home device. News Radio 1440.
Budget card truck sales. I'm the doctor of savings because I got the cure for the common car. It's budget card truck sales double event. Right now through Monday, you can double your down payment, cash or trade up to $4,000. Your 1,000 becomes 2,000. Your 2,000 becomes 4,000, cash or trade. So if your old ride is new or has a fever, I've got the prescription you need. So right now, you can drive the no. Is nothing to speed. Let and tax credit mishaps. For the people credit approval process, it's like a spoonful of sugar. To ditch that old sugar that's making you sick and cruise home and healthier than a nicer newer car. I've got the cure for the common car. We'll double your down payment up to $4,000 cash or trade. Hurry, these deals are done once I've helped 73 people find a cure for a nicer newer car. I'm your deal for you people. We all want to budget.com.
Are you riding around with Peter or something tires? It's also causing damage to the vehicle. Secret Auto Parts are completely free tire inspection. Secret Auto Parts.
My mom is stronger than anyone I've ever known. Growing up when life got hard, even after her heart failure, my family support keeps strong. Together, we're rising above heart failure.
Heart failure doesn't have to stay strong. There's simple steps you can take to prevent, improve, and manage heart failure that will rise above HF.
Did you know that Alabama law requires all the pets to be vaccinated? This is state public health recommendation and choice. These vaccinations not only protect lives of pets from deadly virus, but also reduces risk to owners who unknowingly be exposed by their unvaccinated pets. If you, your family, and your pet are getting them vaccinated,
He was an expert. Everything.
Miracles all the time at our children's hospital. Miracles never come easy. That's why as great as children's hospitals are, they need our support to keep miracles happening. The money for the miracles are
On your Alexa. Say, Alexa, play News Radio 1440.
And we are back. Good morning, everybody. Hope the day finds you well. And now I'm waiting for while I sit here for a couple minutes, waiting for Mr. Hampton to call. Hampton Harris. Is it Hampton Harris or Harris Hampton? I don't see that's not okay. Okay. Now this is like a white thing. because you give your kid two first names, okay, or two last names, and then we become all confused what to call it. Hampton Harris or is it Harris Hampton? I can't tell which one. Anyway, I was looking at that all morning. I'm wondering if I got it right. But hopefully he'll join us and we'll have that conversation. Harris Hampton, he's from Montgomery though. He was born and raised in Montgomery, Alabama. So with the law school and all that good stuff. So he's good. I don't want to get involved in any heavy conversation with him because he may be calling yeah. Oh, one more thing. You know how everybody's an expert now because they can go on Facebook and go live? Everybody is an expert on something. I mean, everything. I mean, like history, we rewrite history now. I mean, we are experts on everything now. Experts. So, but it takes more than a phone and a camera to make you an expert. Okay. I mean, everybody. I mean, they got this thing now called Reels, right, on the internet where you just make your own movie. You become your own movie star. Although there are some people making movie off this stuff. My son wants me to do a podcast. We're gonna call it the unadulterated truth because I'm the only guy in town that can actually tell the truth and get away with it. Everybody else be I can tell the truth. Yeah. Like I know we're gonna call it common sense. Common sense. That's what we're gonna call it. I think that's what we'll call my podcast. Common sense. Where you ask the question, I'll give you the unadulterated truth about the answer. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Manuel, with that, get the studio ready. I'm ready to come in. It'll go viral because the things I'm going to say make so much sense until you have to buy it. Now here's one. Don't want to get pregnant? Don't have sex. Right here. Common sense. Common sense. Okay? I got it. Now we got doctors and lawyers and everybody's psychologists and psychiatrists all over the country trying to figure out how to stop teenage pregnancy. Okay? We know how to do it. Don't have sex. That's it. Until you're like 35. That's it. Simple answer. Got you one. Now, see, okay, well, that's what the podcast is going to be. There's simple answers to simple questions. Okay? I'll let y'all know when we publish our first episode. Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to get I'm going to get a bunch of questions and I'll give them the unadulterated truth. And then, like we do. 7:15 in the morning until we get our. Now I'm expecting a guest momentarily. If not, we'll go on to something. Okay. Anyway, also we paid homage to months ago, young soldiers who died in Jordan the other day, and two females, one male, all three of them young black folks. One 46 and the other two are 23 and 24 respectively. And they gave the last sacrifice, the ultimate sacrifice for their country. Okay, I think here's my guest right here now. Okay, is this you, Mr. Hampton? Now let me ask some. Is your name Harris Hampton or Hampton Harris? So you got two first names. No, two last names. Yeah, two names. Okay, well we appreciate it. First of all, tell the folks. Let me get you. Okay, tell the folks who you are and why it is that they should consider you for this newly drawn district. Mm-hmm. Mhm. Conservatism, uh, tell me exactly, give me the basic tenets of conservatism. How old are you, Mr. Hampton? Mhm. Mm. So far I'm hearing what I like. I like what I'm hearing here for a youngster. Let me ask you: do you think that being educated at home uh, has a lot to do with your mindset? So let me take a couple calls for you. Someone wants to talk to you, so let's see what this is. Good morning. You're on the air with Nathan Harris. Mm. Mhm. Good morning. You're on the air with Mr. Hampton Harris. Well, that's in District 7. That's in District 7 with school. All right, then. One of the things you're going to, one of the things, Mr. Hampton, you're going to have to, at 27 years old, you haven't had the rare opportunity to deal with a bunch of old folks. we we got our way of doing that. I think here's what he was asking the question. What he was asking, let me put it in a different vernacular. There are 435 members in the House of Representatives. You are one, which is 0.3% of the House. How do you believe you can overcome those? Tell us something that you think you can do to overcome those overwhelming odds as an individual being able to do anything. Can we grab another call? Good morning, on the air with Mr. Hampton Harris. Appreciate it. On the phone with us, Mr. Hampton Harris, running for newly created congressional district. Right now, it's an open seat. Nobody's passing. He's running as a Republican. And you can give me a call. 864-1440 is our number here. He's not going to be with us all morning, but for a few little while longer, and you get your question asked by him. He's 27 years old. Actually, for 27, he actually, you know what? Listen, I'm impressed with at least his mentality. He has a whole soul there. You know, I appreciate that. You know, 27-year-olds sometimes just get on my nerves. They think life is like it's on TV. You know, that's not the real world. And well, let me see. Good morning on here. What's that got to do with it? What's that got to do with anything? What's that got to do? What's that got to do with anything? Okay, never that. Never that. He's insinuating that the only people you're going to reach are people who will probably want to vote for you. Well, that's a lie. I mean, I'm certainly a lot more conservative than I am a Democrat. I'm not a Republican, but I follow people's philosophy and not their party. Uh, parties represent a small group of people, but the philosophy represents a large group of people. So I'd go that way before I go the other way. But that guy right there, we call him curmudgeon. He's a pain in the absolute alpha Sierra, no matter what happens. So let's take another call that makes some sense. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. Yes, I know. We know who it is. All righty then. I'm sorry to ambush you. Yeah, but you got to deal with people. You have to deal. You got all these types of mentalities in district too, and you got to deal with all of them. Exactly. Absolutely. I totally. You got a good mind. That legal stuff helps you out. That legal training is helping you out this morning. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Mhm. Mhm. And again, can't blame his guy. This guy just now joined. Yeah. Mm. Okay. Yeah. Well, I understood what they were saying when they said, well, yeah, yeah. Mm. Let me let him answer you because I gotta go to. He has got to go in a couple minutes. But I'm gonna I'm gonna let him answer that. Go ahead, Mr. Hampton, what's your answer to him? Right. But I will agree. But I will agree with the. Since I've been here since 1991, it's about 33 or 34 years. I will agree with these guys on one thing. Everybody who runs for this job, that job, second, seventh, whichever one it is, gives us a litany of things that are important while you are running, but somehow they slip through the cracks once a person gets there. What they are trying to find out, how do we know that if you should somehow make it there, that the same interest that you show now, you will show them? Okay. Listen, I'll give you the last word. Why should people vote for you? You got about a minute. Well, we hope all that is to be true, my friend. Good luck in your journey here. Actually, though, it's quite refreshing to talk to a 27 years old with a brain. Uh, I'm impressed. But I will tell you this: it is a Herculean task that you have uh, 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 ran into. So I wish you luck And listen, I agree with you on one thing. We do need some younger people, but we don't just need them young. We need them young and bright, not just young. But I think you meet my qualification. If I was going to vote for somebody young, it certainly would be somebody like you. Like me, I was going for Ramaswamy, but then I got to go back to 20. I, I think age, yeah, no, I think age is an issue, but in this case, I think after seeing what the old men do, yeah, we might want to go young. Thank you out there, Hampton. All right, then. All right, appreciate it. We'll be back.
Come experience the Guardian difference and let's achieve your financial goals together. Guardian Credit Union, where you belong. Federally insured by NCUA. Even more so as we age. Guys, you're not alone. Your urologist-led support team at Montgomery Men's Health has your back. For years, we've effectively treated ET and low T comprehensively with proven treatments dialed in just for you. With same-day booking, you can meet our passionate team, and by this afternoon,
Who's this? I think they know. Mhm. The main principle. I just ain't said nothing about it yet. Till what I gotta double check and make sure it's still gonna happen. Because I was caught. No, the person that is involved in this thing should be here tomorrow, along with their attorney.
It's double double today. Trust me,
So
double double is nothing to sneeze at. Sweat and tax credit mishaps. My for the people credit approval process is like a spoonful of sugar. So ditch that old clunker that's making me sick and clear home happy today. And
I'll try to warn the guy.
because I've got the cure for the common cold. We'll double your down payment up to $4,000.
changes.
This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris. For more information, visit our website,
Dr. Scott Harris.
www.gov.
With just a couple of clicks on Amazon, your items come to your door in a day or two. With just a simple phrase to your Alexa smart speaker, your favorite talk shows come to your speaker in seconds. Alexa, play News Radio 1440.
Alrighty then. And we are back. Good morning to you. It is a great day to be alive. Any day above ground, better than the ground, better above you. Listen, I like the young guy. Good guy. I do believe often, it is often that we, as voters, especially African American voters, we attack people as opposed to attacking what they believe. Okay? Because if it was all about hope, then Clarence Thomas will celebrate God, will celebrate the black man and the black community in America. It is, but he isn't. He isn't because he doesn't believe like a lot of black folks think he should believe. And I run into the same crap all the time. It doesn't bother me though. I don't have no power to do anything to anybody. But you got to listen to what people believe, not who they are. We look at something and boy, we just assume that the word conservatism means I'm going to their side. Well, not necessarily. Black folks are more conservative than white folks. At least we used to be. It is the philosophy that has gotten all misconstrued in a lot of our communities, not the people, but it's the things we believe, the things we have lost, we've lost our way sometimes as people. 860-1414, number you want to get to talk to you. Good morning on there. Yeah, go ahead. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, 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 right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, yep. I understand. Yes. Mm. That's right. And I understand that. Mm-hmm. Mm. Right, right. Yeah, yeah. Well, my good friend Dan Morris used to say, in the fullness of time, we have all the answers we need. Okay, but I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do to find, yeah. Mhm. Yeah. All right. Appreciate it. All right, appreciate it. 7:56 in the morning. Get time for one more call. Good morning. You on there? Hmm. Because I think you're being unfair. He said the most important thing that any representative has been tasked to do than anything. He said he will fight for us. That is their job. Individually, they don't have a lot of power. I mean, that's their job. And then do it. But no. But let the man get there. Yes, he did say. Yes, he did too. Yes, he did. He said, "I will fight," and that's all I need. I want you to do fight. Don't get there and act like your two things are shriveled up and you become a hermit or something. Okay, that's my deal. Let me where's my hand? Oh, there we go. Right there. Right there. One more call. Good morning. Yes. Mm-hmm. Good again. Yeah, that's true. Show some class. Yeah. And with that, hey, with that, I don't want to turn, but I gotta go. We'll be back one more hour. We got Joe Reed Jr. coming up.
News Radio 1440 is WLWI and 95.1 HD3 Montgomery. Is CBS News on the hour.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Democrats and Republicans are weighing in on a response to Sunday's drone attack that killed 3 U.S. Army reservists at a base in Jordan. GOP presidential Nick Nikki Haley at CBS Mornings.
This is surgical. Go after the leadership making these decisions. You put one or two of them up, and that's what you do. You don't follow along.
Other Republicans say that's exactly what President Biden has been huddling with top advisors on next steps. The head of the WHO is pleading with countries to resume funding for the United Nations Palestinian Relief Agency, despite accusations some of its employees were involved in the October 7th attacks in Israel. Correspondent Tammy McCormick reports.
Cutting off funding will only hurt the people of Gaza, who desperately need support.
The World Health Organization's Christian Lindmeier says shelters and health facilities rely on the UN agency.
Criminal activity can never go unpunished. But the discussion right now is much of a distraction from what's really going on every day, every hour, every minute in Gaza.
In Washington, House Republicans plan to move forward today with a plan to impeach Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas over the crisis at the southern border. He hasn't followed or enforced immigration law. No,
As Republicans have produced no evidence of Secretary Mayorkas has broken the law.
Never mind the 40-day factory strike.
GM earned $10.1 billion in 2023. The strike costs more than offset by $10 billion in additional revenue from strong sales of pickups and utilities. Paul Jacobson expects a strong 2024. This year had
The global recall of sleep apnea machines because it is stop calling the devices in the U.S. Philips has recalled more than 5 million pressurized breathing machines because of the risk of internal foam breaking down over time, the possibility of users inhaling the tiny particles and fumes while they're sleeping. With an agreement with U.S. regulators to halt sales here, the cost to manufacture almost $400 million. New report finds most high school students feel overwhelmed and feel they might delay college. Michael Numbers Education from EAD conducted the study.
About a third of the respondents, 48%, reported that mental health concerns would be a reason that they would choose not to attend college.
Futures at 10. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career path with flexibility, great pay, and benefits? Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today. It seems like everywhere you look right now, someone is sick. This year, prepare your family for airborne invaders like bacteria, pollen, and yes, germs with Navage Nasal Care. Navage flushes ultra-pure, refreshing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. Navage sucks out viruses, dust, and other airborne particles, all the stuff that gets trapped in your nose, making you miserable. Don't get caught empty-handed this winter. Get Navage, the drug-free solution that helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Even better, Navage is HSA FSA eligible, so Navage is a great way to spend those funds before they expire. Don't wait a minute left. Buy Navage today and you'll breathe easier knowing you're putting your funds to good use. Navage is available online at Navage.com or Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
The French capital is still under siege by protesting farmers. The farmers have blocked 8 highways leading to Paris, and several hundred tractors were heading towards the capital's food market. This union leader says they'll maintain their blockade till the government addresses their demands for better pay and farm protection against low price farm competition. The government promised more action today. Vicky Barker, CBS News, London. Here's something new at cafes in Japan. That's not a human customer down on a stone. It's a furry pink egglet. At Tokyo's My Big Cafe, the miniatures trot around the room and snort. So a customer comes along, willing to pay about $15 for the first 30 minutes of snuggling. Pig lovers say they cost more than $1,300 a piece. They make great pets, and they come toilet trained. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Be up to date on immunizations before school close. Auburn diphtheria, process. Customers with involved measles, mumps, rubella, and chickenpox.
1440. Just say, Alexa, play News Radio 1440.
able to overcome such a wide margin like that. Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Doctors take field of breaks for their own health. Here's Dr. Ryan Green to explain.
We're like you, too much fast food, not enough exercise. That's why I take Field of Greens. The fruits and vegetables in Field of Greens support my heart, lungs, kidneys, and metabolism for weight loss. And Field of Greens promises your doctor will notice your improved health or your money back.
Get 15% off with promo code RADIO at fieldofgreens.com. That's promo code RADIO at fieldofgreens.com. You're always missing part of your favorite show because you have to get out of the car. Don't worry, take a quick either through our street or through your Alexa or Smart Home Plus. News Radio 1440. Searching this right here, man. How can you help? Same old thing. Wait, look, we're right here, man. Our restaurant's just a few blocks from you. Why is she not seeing us? It's unusual, I guess. Sam, can you not see us? Nope, they can't see you. Because you're buried deep in the list of local restaurants. You are invisible online, which is you see Cumulus Boost. Your boost get found in the map. Learn more at cumulusboost.com. Is your car truck making a straight south? What about Chico's Auto Pros on Atlanta Highway at Montgomery? Come up to call doctors at Chico's Auto Pros. Have a look at the wall. Chico's Auto Pros. Did you know that June is Men's Health Month? Ladies, now is the time to encourage the men and boys in your life to make their doctor's appointment you've been putting off, or talk to a doctor about the symptoms you've been having. We're outliving men by 5 years. Let's change that by raising awareness this month on preventable health problems, early detection, and treatment of diseases that impact men and boys. Men, it's time to talk to the younger generation and encourage healthy lifestyles. Exercise more, drink more water, and cut down on junk food. Let's set an example for our kids that will not only affect their lives, but the lives of their children. June is the perfect time to schedule a checkup to make those healthy lifestyle changes. This is State Checkup to Dr. Scott Harris. For more information, visit our website, www.alabamapublichealth.org. Telling you like it really is. The Dan Don Juno Show, from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
All right, before we get started, let's have a conversation. A serious one. And it's about a killer, and its name is fentanyl. Did you know that more than 1,600 Alabamans died in 2021 from drug overdoses? It's time to have a conversation about substance abuse. Hope is real, but so is recovery. It is real. So if you are a family member or a friend of suffering from substance abuse disorder, please call the Council on Substance Abuse or COSA, 334-262-1659. That's 334-262-1629, or go to COSANCA.org. Let's get up today. Call COSA. Again, that's 334-262-1629, and get the help you need. Because everything that you do is affected by what you do. Give COSA some help. The Council on Substance Abuse. Let somebody help you right now. That number again is 262-1629. 262-1629. Anyway, good morning to you. In a few minutes, we'll be joined by the attorney, Joe Reed. There's been some mix-up or whatever I believe his sister is running for some office, but they took her off the ballot or something like that. And we're wondering how come and what all the circumstances surrounding that. Or is this just another Democratic ploy? No. Mhm. So did they do it right or did they do it wrong? Or were the Reeds trying to protect the people? Mm. Are they up to something nefarious? Well, no answers. Very few short minutes. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody? Oh, another thing too. Y'all get on my nerves sometimes. This guy is 27 years old, has finished law school, started a business, 27 years old, owned his own business, married to an Air Force person. Listen, how many of y'all out there at 27 years, when we were 27, we had skills to be able to start life that way? And he was homeschooled. Ooh, homeschooled. That certainly says something about homeschool. Yes, everybody should do it. It seems. Now he was calling. Now you got to let the phone ring, Joe. Let the phone ring. Draw back, and I'll get to you. Let the phone ring, not more than just twice. Okay, I'm just saying. 27 years old, man. At 27 years old, well, I was in the army at 27 years old, but I wasn't thinking about going to law school or anything else. I was just thinking about getting off that day going downtown. So sometimes, and he was homeschooled. There's something to this homeschooling thing. I tell you. Anyway, 860-14 is the number here. I'm waiting for Joe to give me a call again, and we'll get him on the air to talk about this. If it is a controversial thing or not, I don't know. But we'll talk to him. I'm waiting for the call right now. We can talk to him. Y'all just mad because at 27 years old, y'all wouldn't think about doing all the things this young man thought about doing. Okay, I'm just saying, that's I probably went to public school. Not that I'm against public school, but looks like homeschool is a better winner there. I'm just saying. Mr. Reed, how you doing, sir? All right. Yeah. Now the Reeds have always been, y'all always been sort of in the news and things of that nature, and this is no exception. Uh, I was reading the other day, and some judge ruled that your sister could not be on the ballot, or took her off, or the court, ethics. Somebody ruled that you couldn't be there. What's that all about? Mm-hmm. And who does the ethics commission answer to? Mm. Mm. Yeah. I guess in other words, I said you got 2 days to get here, but we're gonna tell you how to get here. Like, you're not there. Now, of course, yeah. No, just right, right. Now, let me ask you a question. Yeah, and I just want to. I don't want people to think I'm kissing up anybody, anything like that, because my reputation is firm. Um, we're not looking for any special treatment from the ethics commission because we are who we are we not? Okay. Mm. But isn't there a but isn't there a principle in the law that a law that is never enforced is not really a law? Okay. There's something I've heard it. I heard it argued, not necessarily in those words, but the man said, "Well, look, nobody's ever been adjudicated or judged by this law." So, in effect, they made the law ineffectual. Okay, well, that's just my thinking. Okay, that's my thinking. So let me. Okay, so now, okay, now I'm gonna take you back a few months here, and now you're gonna have to eat some crow or swallow some duck meat or something because I, I, yeah, I remember when my vote was thrown out when it came to Fernando Morgan, and I was told that the Republican and the Democratic Party determine their own rules and their own laws. So, as far as in your okay, so it seems to me that they can determine who is on the ballot and who isn't. Mhm. And again, give me the definition of certified versus qualified. Mhm. Essentially, you give them legitimate, once they're certified, they saying that you have legitimately did all those things that make you a candidate. See this. See this. Let me ask you. Are there? Well, let me get it. Let me get a call. Let me get a call. Somebody wants to talk to you for a second. Let me bring this in. Good morning. You talking to Joe Reed. Yes. That's true. And it's, I mean, nobody owns the seat. Mm. Okay then. Let, let me ask you a question. Are there the letter of economic interest? Yeah, the letter for economic interest. Are there certain people that are prohibited from giving money to a candidate for public office? In other words, you said that we want to know who's giving you your money. My question is there a group of people or individuals that cannot give you money if you run for public office? Oh. Hmm. Oh, okay. Okay. Just ask. Let me ask. You guys also have this rule in the Democratic and the Republican Party here in town that if you ever voted for anybody else across the line, you are disqualified from running in your party. Explain that to me. Yeah, but that may is a big word there. That's not an illegal thing. That's like a dagger. We don't know which way to twist it. Let me ask you one more question. What makes you a Democrat or a Republican? No, but legally, what makes you one or the other? No. Joe, you're blowing smoke up my butt here, telling me that it's fire outside. You know that the only thing that makes you a Democrat or a Republican if you belong to the party. Is that not true? If you are a member of that party by your dues paying member, that makes you legally part of that part of that process. Am I wrong? Hmm. Wait a minute. So what's that $25 or $30 have to pay? So okay, but you're telling me then there is no process by which you actually officially become a Democrat or Republican. So why can't I vote? Okay, so why can't I vote one day for the Republican and the next day vote for a Democrat? Why can't I do that? Since there's no legal way that I am attached to the Democratic Party or the Republican Party, why can't I vote for both sides? Right. Now I understand that part. One vote, one man. But what I'm asking you, that 4 years ago I voted for Republicans for whatever. Am I allowed now to run for office as a Democrat in your organization? So why in the world did we give Fernando Morgan all this hell about voting for a Republican that was a friend of his? Oh, okay. Okay. where my vote ended up in the trash because they gave him hell because he was the second runner-up in that election, and they never put him in office. They went and borrowed somebody from Birmingham and brought her down here and put her on court. Wait, I remember she wasn't working. She wasn't in my. She didn't run for the office. She didn't run. They appointed her. They appointed her. They appointed her and put it on the ballot. Put it on the ballot without going through the primary process. And we had another guy, right? And we had another man who came in second. And in most places in America, the second place winner always takes the place of the first if for some reason the first place winner is disqualified. Except in this case, then we threw the votes out for the second place winner and put in somebody we wanted to appoint. I know I'm not wrong. Okay, so I'm good with. I understand the rules, but you keep telling me that there's no money, there's no monetary contribution that has to be made then from me to say I'm a Democrat or a Republican. But if I happen to vote for a Republican last time, then I can't vote for a Democrat this time. No, no. So why did Fernando Morgan get messed up and it was about him voting for a Republican? Yeah. Oh, okay. Exactly. Second means runner up. Second means runner up. Well, that may be true. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let me take a call for you. Hold on a second. Let me take this call. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let me get this call for you, Joe. Good morning on there. Good morning. No, I don't. Hey, appreciate it. Joe, we done. That's putting me to sleep, right? Yeah. Okay. Uh, Well, I'll let you lawyers figure that out. Let me ask you one more question before we go. Um, every once in a while, they have Democratic meetings where people vote on I guess statutes or letters to change the bylaws or whatever the case may be. Who gets the vote on those issues? Okay, right. Okay, so to be part of the body, what are the qualifications? Is there any money paid to the organization to be part of that body? So there's no membership fees paid. All the members of the main body in Birmingham then are just good old boys, and they got together and said, "I'll let you be this, and you be this, and you be that." There's no money changes hands to be part of the executive committee. Right. Okay. Mhm. Okay. Okay, so I can actually be a Democrat then without having to give any officially be a Democrat without having to surrender any financial instrument whatsoever. Okay, all right, all right. Then why is it? Wait a minute. I get. So why is it then that we never get any? They never get any letters in the mail. Everybody that calls himself a Democrat get any letters in the mail seeking their approval or disapproval of any of the bylaws or anything that they do. Why we don't ever get that? Nobody gets that except you guys, except the people, the big muckety mucks. Ooh, okay. So their standing then is not the same as your committee people. So, right? Is what you tell me? Okay. So you're just a wait a minute. So you are just a Democrat in name only. Okay, I hear you, brother. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I will say I will I will say one thing, Mr. Attorney. You have done a good job this morning making the irrelevant seem relevant for this conversation. Yeah, yeah, this ain't church though. I don't have all day for you to explain it because it takes a lot of it takes a lot of verbiage to take a trip that far away. Yeah. We're talking about the law. We're talking about the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. You realize that? So from now on, wait a minute, all my Democrat friends, I'm gonna ask them when's the last time you got asked who you want on the ballot? Oh, no, somebody makes, yeah, but somebody makes the decision if you can run or not. Oh, okay, I'm with you. I'm with you. So you telling me right now, the people, all you got to do to be an official Democrat is thinking. Yo, I see. Right. Okay. Right. Right. Oh, okay. 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 I'm with you. Okay. I got you. Hey, I gotta run. I thank you for joining us this morning. It's been an interesting conversation. We'll be back after this.
It'll be light, and we'll have plenty of sun.
Yeah, they can change their rules.
Montgomery's Skywatch traffic is brought to you by Farmers Automotive, family owned. News recommendation.
Gotta have me some grits. Gotta have me some grits.
Nita Chandler with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. As a parent, it can be scary to hand the car keys to your teenager. To help your teen stay safe, be a good role model and follow traffic rules. Set rules for your teen, including wearing a seatbelt, driving only during the day, and with limited disruptions, including as a passenger. Finally, make sure your teen knows it is never okay to text and drive. For a sample driving agreement for teens, visit healthychildren.org. It's time for fun on the sign, but be careful how much sign. Too much sun exposure can be dangerous. Skin cancer is the most common form of cancer in the United States, affecting all races, genders, and generations. Experts say that 4 out of 5 cases of skin cancer could be prevented if damage from the sunspot or ultraviolet rays is medically avoidable. If you're near the Arctic Center, whether it's a beach, take a few minutes to protect yourself from the sun. Try to stay out of the sun as much as possible, especially between the hours of 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. when the sun's rays are at its strongest. Wear a hat and long sleeves, and put on sunscreen repeatedly throughout the day. Remember, your skin will be affected by the sun's rays even when it's cloudy.
This is Steve from Neptune Understand Air. Visit our website, www.rwvillage.org. The internet is fast technology and new. You don't have to go that far to hear your favorite talk show hosts. Start shows, analysts, at newsradio1440.com.
And we're back. 860-1440 happens to be our number. So you can call, you can text me 241-9998 if you so dare. Good morning. Yes. You're doing fine. Really? Well, I don't know. Mm-hmm. That is, anytime we lose, appreciate you calling. Anytime we lose one of our kids, that's bad. Good morning on there. No, and again, I don't think it. No, but I personally think honor to them too. Anyway, so much for that. I gotta get into this stuff. That way I can answer the phone. Anyway, 860-1440 is the number here if you want to give us a call. I got a guest coming tomorrow. I'm waiting for a text back to so I can tell you guys who's coming tomorrow, but I'm waiting for the text. Wait. Oh, you guys may have to come listen tomorrow to see who it is. Well, until I can get my confirmation back here. Let me see who this is. Good morning on air. I hear you. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. Mhm. That's true. If I have philosophical disagreements with you, I'll bring those up. And I don't attack people personally. We all got issues. But philosophically, I need to know what you believe politically. Mm-hmm. No, we can't because all laws they make, right? But all the laws they make affect everybody. I know. Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Mhm. Yeah, that was two. That was two last weekend. Yeah. Mm. Well, this is certainly, yeah, yeah, certainly. I appreciate it. My time is up. Certainly, we can fix that problem right here. Give somebody 10 seconds. We've only got about 10 seconds. Yes. Okay. Although I didn't say anything about that. Good morning. Real quick. Okay. Yeah, listen, I don't. First of all, why should you have to tell any kid to put a clothes on? You know, I ran into a guy yesterday, a nice young man, and I pulled him off to the side, and I said, walking around with your pants down, you seem to be a really intelligent, smart guy. And then he looked at me and said, you're right. So maybe, just maybe, they 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 want somebody to correct them. I don't know. But you know what? He didn't cuss me out and nothing like that, so it all worked out, right? We'll be back. Come on, hopefully. Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll put it on my Facebook page who's coming. Okay? We'll see. Living for the memories. Ain't no place like
Here's WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast.